fingers. I'm going to start by introducing the items I'll be using to create the recipe. I'm making use of cake flour as against all-purpose flour. To get your cake flour, for every 100 gram of all-purpose flour, remove 2 tablespoons of that flour and replace the 2 tablespoons of cornstarch or corn flour and sieve 3 times, and your cake flour is ready. Next, I'm using 2 eggs, vanilla and granulated sugar. That's just it. That's all you need for this recipe. Now to one of my bowls, mixing bowl, I'm going to wipe it with little vinegar, because I'm going to separate my egg white from my egg yolk. Your egg white bowl does not need grease, so to remove or eliminate any form of grease, I have to clean it with little vinegar, both for my mixing bowl and for my mixer. Now I'm going to show you how I extract my egg white from my egg yolk. Is that I make a little crack like this and then extract the egg white from the egg yolk, or I'm going to crack my egg and pour it into my hands, clean hands, and then extract the egg white from the egg yolk. Now never crack your eggs over your mixing bowl. Don't ever crack your eggs over your mixing bowl, because you might have particles of eggshell in your bowl, which you don't want. Now I'm going to whip this slightly for me. I place my bowl on dark surface so that I can see the contents of the bowl. So I mix it slightly for me. This is just simply egg whites. Next, I'll be adding my granulated sugar in 3 batches. Your granulated sugar is just a regular sugar you see at the market. Mixing it in 3 batches. First batch, second batch, and then the last batch of the sugar. And I'm going to whip this till it forms a soft peak. To get a soft peak, you whip till the contents of your egg white bowl are not moving. Now look, I just turned my bowl upside down and you see my egg white is not moving. This is what we mean by a soft peak. Now I'm adding my vanilla flavor or extract into it. I'm just going to whip it for 1 to 2 seconds. Then I'm going to add my egg yolk into it in 2 batches. The first batch, and I whip for 1 to 2 minutes, and then the second batch, and then I'm going to whip that. And I'm whipping on medium speed. Now I'm almost ready. Now I'm going to get my cake flour and I'm going to sieve it the 4th time. Remember, to make the cake flour you have to sieve it 3 times, and this is the 4th time I'm sieving it. If you are still watching, it means you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. Please check the description box below for a link to written recipe on my blog. So I'm going to fold my flour into my egg white batter. Just fold it in slightly using a spatula. You could use a wooden like I'm using, or you could use the plastic spatula. Now this is ready. Make sure there are no lumps. Next, I'm going to get my baking tray and place my parchment paper on it. I didn't grease the baking tray, and I've used the piping bag fitted with a round nozzle tip, and the cup here just to enable me pouring my batter easily. You could do without it. So I'm pouring my batter into my piping bag. Next, I'm going to pipe a finger-like shape about 4 inches long, just like this. Now when piping and you're about to stop, bring your nozzle tip to the top of your batter so that you don't have something like a tail or a funny shape for your lady fingers, just the way I'm doing. Bring it back to the top, just like that. Then always leave spaces in between so that they have opportunity to bake well. Now this I've been taken to the oven. I'm just going to bake them for 15 minutes. These are ready. Once it's baked, remove them from the oven tray immediately, and with the parchment paper place them on the oven rack and allow to cook for just 1 minute or for a minute. Now see how they are. They're not burnt, they're just nicely golden brown, and they are ready. Next, I'm going to peel them off from my parchment paper. To do this, peel off the parchment paper from your lady fingers, and these are ready. Please remember to subscribe, leave me a comment, and see you next week.